8:02. I'm on a roll. I'm on a roll. Sharon Taylor, how are you doing? Good evening, fellow Skywatchers. You're first, Sharon. Just you and I tonight. I'm sure other people will come and join us very soon. I don't know where your whereabouts is, sister, and I'm not forcing you to tell me. Just let you know that in Canada, wow, a lot of beautiful moments happening in Canada. Didn't put it in the title now when we talk about the mandate and stuff like that, and I've never talked about it, but a lot of pressure on the government now from people standing up wanting the end of it. There's as many VED people as not VED people that are together in this. So that's the most beautiful thing. I'm seeing a lot of beauty, a lot of Canadians coming together and other people around the world. I think it's important that we keep that right, freedom of speech, of having the chance to be able to talk about that always. It's very dangerous when you think that they could be taken out. Peter Benton, how's it going, brother? Love you guys. Hey, Bruce and community, it's cool stuff. Talk time again. Welcome back. Let's talk. It's because of you guys we have interesting conversations. Lots going on in the news, and at the same time, I'm following everyone arriving this time. Oh, Lady Patriot, hello to you. KM, I'm here. Crate 971. Christopher Rollins, hey dude. Peter Benton, well done. Sharon Lal, yes, I'm up to date with everybody. Whoop, more people are arriving. I'm here, but making pizza. Oh, you bugger. Mm-hmm. I know chubby guys don't usually eat pizza, but sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. Yeah, often. Oh, there's everyone coming in all at the same time now. Awesome. Darla, the Penny 46. Woohoo. I got to notice. That is cool. Very cool. Yeah, lots of positivity. I thought it smelled good, Kai, in your end. Peter Benton in the house. Peter, I did not get the sun today. I was so pissed off, man. Honestly, the sun's even worse. And this is up to about day 5, day 6, or day 7. The sun is really bad. That spot is still growing. 2936, got 2938, 2939, 2940. Starting to memorize them, Peter. But they've been there for a while and they're going to, get bigger. Apparently, that's what's happening. Caleb, as for the weather here, another freezing day tomorrow, minus 20s, low minus 20s, 25, 26, aside from wind chill factor. Just wait. But then Sunday, still cold, but less cold. And then, thanks to my American friends, as the past few years, this has been happening. Sometimes there's warm wind that comes, well, there's always warm wind coming down from the States. But now that flow is going to be right over us all the rest of the winter, leaving us, causing us to have plus 0 degree weather. So to be plus 2, plus 3, 4, 5 degrees here. Well, that can change. Hopefully it's going to stay, though. That would be like totally amazing. Michel Sagny, comment ça va, mon frère? Thanks, man. Michel, merci, man, pour le grand support. Hey, Wasaga Beach in the house. Awesome. Thanks, man. My friends down in Wasaga Beach. That's cool. Awesome. Stand strong, my friend. You hearing the trucks? They're honking away. Police on the auto route now, the RCMP, unfortunately, are starting to cause a lot of problems for the truckers. And it's the gathering of the convoys. There's lots of checkpoints, lots of trucks that are on standby in parking lots. There are food posts, people that are bringing propane tanks, clothing, gloves, fruits and vegetables, and everything that the truckers need. And of course, they're still giving him problems with liberating that money, but now it's in the courts. So there was $1 million given to the truckers. They raised $10 million, which is more than Justin Trudeau's campaign. Imagine. Archimedes, Allah, how's it going? Welcome. Beautiful minds. Hello. Yes. All of us together, we really are. You guys are. Greetings from Northeast Pennsylvania. Tree Mistress, thank you very much, you guys. And thanks so much for the newcomers, for people that take the time to subscribe to the channel. I poor you guys and girls that have been here hearing me say this all the time. I don't say it often enough. I've been here. It's my 6th year of research now. I don't tell you all enough to click the bell and notification if you do want to know when I post a video. But if not, just come every day or every second day. Basically, that's when I post. You won't miss anything. But if you take the time to subscribe to the channel, I'm not going to say like the Late Show host guy. He always says something, an angel goes to heaven, but I don't know about that. But I know that if you subscribe, I'll be really happy. And again, nobody should subscribe to any channel unless, what the heck? Unless they appreciate the research. If you don't appreciate the research, you do not subscribe to a channel. That's how I see it. Yes, go feed the puppy, Sharon. We'll be here when you get back. Andrew, Vancouver Island. Thanks a lot, you guys. My neighbors in Vancouver. You guys, too. There's convoys, there's trucks from everywhere coming out. Lots of beautiful Canadians coming together. And I think that's just awesome. Kimberly, nice to see you. Hello, beautiful people. Sending love from Ohio. My friends in Ohio. Masako, Michelle. Abandon, welcome. Thanks for coming in. All this crazy weather. Yes, I blame the sun. Okay, Cam, definitely. And don't be shy. It's in today's topic. Definitely. I'm totally interested in what's going on right now in the sun. There's not many people are talking about it. And all at the same time, you think about all the peaceful protests. And at the same time, all the peaceful protests. And at the same time, the sun that's very dangerously on the verge of exploding, basically. Sorry, guys. Wow, I was okay all day. Damn it. I was okay all day. Ugh. And like KM says, the weather, the problem is, AKM, that's the biggest solar flare. Biggest sunspot during the solar 25 cycle in 11 years. And they're very worried about it growing. And what's happening now is, like, AR 2936 is merging with AR 2938, if not already merged. And that would mean it would make a lot bigger. The AR 28, when I started, I think it was at, my gosh, hundreds of solar flares already. And I've only been filming since 2021. I've been filming for 6 years of sun. This is my 6th year, but not the sunspots. Didn't see any. Hey, 2021 was the first time when I started showing spots, and they were all over the place all the time now, and they're starting to get really big now. It's very dangerous, and it's playing on the weather. So I don't know if you guys noticed, when you have rain, well, you either have a lot of rain, or the rain's really strong, or the sun comes out 5 minutes after, maybe dries it all up, and then the weather changes from, it's supposed to be maybe 20 degrees tomorrow for some of you in the hot regions, and then you wake up and it's 30 degrees. They have a hard time predicting the weather. And that's what's going to happen more and more. Eventually they won't be able to predict the weather at all. But the problem is that this is my first year, well, in 2021, the second year now, really doing research about the sun, finding out exactly the dangers and what the scientists are saying about it. You know what? They're at the beginning of their time in science to study the sun. Nobody knows anything. I'm telling you, the platforms they're going to build, guys, between Earth and the moon. Did you know that? And those platforms are going to have robotic robots literally working on those platforms, which will be viewpoint areas before arriving to the moon, dropping off cargo. But they're going to be dropping off a lot of plug and play now. They have it. Yep, plug and play platforms. And the robots will land, they'll plug themselves in. And, they will build, the robots will be on these platforms, but the cargoes and the ships, unmanned ships, UAS, that will be going to these platforms to drop off all this material and tools, weather tools. So they're going to be checking for asteroids, going to be checking for the sun and the weather. So there's a seriousness to the problems of what's going on around Earth with the weather. So all that funding and money that they're talking about, having to look for extraterrestrials out there, who knows? There could be funding to try to prevent an asteroid from hitting Earth. And I'm just talking theorizing, but I'm telling you, they're definitely not telling us everything that's going on out there for sure. Laurent Fontaine, comment ça va? How's it going? What's up, everyone? Thank you very much. Scott, round 2. Yes, round 2. There's lots of round 2s. Round 2, a stream, also round 2 for the convoy. A lot of people are getting discouraged because they're not seeing a lot in the news, and it looks like there's nobody there, right? It looks like nobody's doing anything, but there's more and more trucks that are going to Ottawa, more and more people and cars and everything that are going to Ottawa. Nanu. Lots of them. Colorado yesterday, 20, today, 47. Those are the highs. Yeah, exactly. The penny 46. That's the exact problem. And then the dry spells, and there's lots of stuff that occurs because of that. And I imagine, I don't know about you guys, it's very humid here. When you have a hot day like that, I know the regions, okay, Colorado, yeah, that's a hot one. But like in Arizona and all that, when it is very hot in a day, I know it usually always is, but when you guys get the highs, do you get precipitation more when you get those high heat days or weeks? We get storms here. It's incredible because in reality, what's happening is the heat is accumulating under the first layer of clouds, which are only a mile high. And then it goes up, it goes up, it goes up, and the heat stays pressed down and it comes back down, actually forms in clouds and comes back down as rain. Here, when we have really hot days, 8:13 and the clock's ringing. When we have really hot days, we often get precipitation following and or winds, and it gets really, really crazy. Here, it's very humid here. Craig, Caleb, thanks again, man. Bruce and Maud, San C, thanks for being here. Pennsylvania is so heavily sprayed the sun that, yeah, that's sad, tree mistress. And I hear you on that. And it gets scary at one point when they really start spraying it and you get to the point where you absolutely can't see anything, right? Like you say, it's like there's no sun and you don't see the sphere at all. You don't see the light. It's just this white, hazy sky. That's depressing, actually. Tony Brooks, nice to see you, man. Thanks for coming by, bro. Cooking steaks on the grill in Michigan. It sounds good, Scott. Thanks for sharing that, man. 28 degrees overnight here in Arizona. Oof, geez, that's hot, eh? Wow, that is damn hot, man. You guys have a nice, sorry about that if you heard me swallow. You guys have a nice dry heat up there, really dry heat, eh? Hey, Elias, thank you very much for coming in, my friend. A lot of action in Quebec, buddy. It's starting in Quebec now. As of today, lots of convoys that are starting. The police have been alerted in Quebec now. So it's at the capital in Quebec. I mean, it's not just the focus is on Ottawa, but now everywhere more and more people are gathering and getting convoys. Washington, D.C., there was one like as of a week ago, they started doing a whole bunch of things, but we don't see it in the news. It's like they keep us from being able to see exactly what's going on in the news. It's too bad they do that. It's very, very hard. Like I'm sure you guys in the States are having a hard time being able to see what's going on here in Ottawa or in Montreal. Yes, sir. Right on. Thanks, guys, for being here so much. Gate Smashers in the house. India, Chandrayaan 3 supposed to crash. Sorry, going to try to land. This would be their third attempt, and that's what 3's for. And if I'm not mistaken, they're going to land in the same area as they tried the last time. So where Beresheet crashed is probably about where they would want to go. So if you know where Mare Serenitatis with Bessel Crater, that line in it, it's off to the left, seen here from Canada, going towards the Apennine Mountains actually. And in that area, lots of, it reminds me of Mare Fecunditatis. That's where they're supposedly going to land. Beresheet crashed a whole bunch of living organisms on the moon with a bunch of metal discs, probably obviously metal because they knew they were going to crash. So I imagine this object crashing. Then I imagine these balloon techniques that they have objects roll on the surface and then deploy or whatever. They must have done something like that. They're not telling us nothing. Thank you very much, Elias. Freedom, guys. We got to keep that freedom going. The freedom of speech going. It's sad what they're doing with Joe Rogan, too. Trying to take Joe Rogan off. We can't have Joe Rogan come down because then that'll be the end of freedom of speech. Bruce sent you a post after earlier post. Did you get it? Post. Send me a post, brother. That would be in emails. If so, I will go and check. Just confirm. Is that what you mean? I will definitely check, man. The stats. Thank you. Thanks, Julie. Thanks for being here. Kimberly in the house. Kimberly Worthington, thanks. Virginia, USA. You guys rock down in USA. Thanks so much for being here. I seen that they took the GoFundMe money for the truckers. Is it true? No, and that's the sad part. Thanks so much for mentioning it. Listen, they held it back. The fundraiser is still up, if I'm not mistaken, and people can still contribute. The money is going to be given to the truckers. I can't confirm it though. The one responsible to have started the fund, GoFundMe, spoke out with another woman that was there that what they had to do, obviously they're going to cause them problems to have the money. Why? Because they want to assure themselves that the money is not going to be used for violence. You know the lingo, the wording, the patterns of what they're doing, right? That's what I meant. Limbo, do the limbo. So they want to be reassured it's not going to be used for violence, not going to be used for whatever stupid thing, guns, bombs. It's bullshit excuses for them not to get the money, right? And then they're saying, well, if there's any violence with the protesters, well, then they won't get the money. So you can imagine what they're doing. You can imagine what they're doing, guys. It's sad. It's sad that they're doing that. The government sees that people support someone. I got supports here from the my fundraiser. Crawlface, thanks, brother. I love you, man, for the generous contribution. And it's not for nothing I don't get views. You guys can think, I know you guys believe me, but a lot of people don't, and I don't care. I'm suppressed. And there's not 100 million YouTube channels that are literally being held back and like literally hacked, whether it's hackers or agents or whatever that are doing to my channel. What I'm showing on the moon is definitely top secret. Even if I was a dumbass, which I am, right? If I was a dumbass, any Tom, Dick, or Harry that's showing something on the moon, but find something top secret, well, they will try to hide that person, whether I'm intelligent or not. It's the fact that they don't want other countries, I imagine, to see certain things. Thank you, Darla. You couldn't wow. Thank you very much. Jeez. Christy, thank you. And Darla, thank you so much. Love you guys. See my little smirk? That's because I feel the love. I feel the love, you guys. Trolls are going to like that one. Thank you so much. Again, I'll be checking that, Tony. Thanks again. Stats, Kimberly, Gate Smasher. So that's what's going on, man. So they're waiting. So yeah, they had to go get an accountant. They had to go get a lawyer. And now the lawyer and the accountants are dealing with the GoFundMe. And there won't be any problems, I'm pretty sure. But they really caused them a lot of problems. They let $1 million go out. But unfortunately, the truckers are like, how do we reach the $1 million if they let out $1 million? Like, who has the funds? And they're setting up checkpoints and stuff right now. That it's growing. In reality, guys, what we're seeing, all the convoys around the world, that's not even the beginning, and that really made my heart warm. And it's true; it's not even the beginning of what's about to happen. Trudeau knows exactly what's about to happen. The mandates are going to have to end because Canadians are not going to stop. Myself as a Canadian, it's my choice to get VED or not. And I think that both of us, the VED and UnVED, standing up together to say end the mandates. Pretty sure the VED don't want to get 6 more friggin' shots in their brains or whatever. This is enough is enough. Most of the people standing up, by the way, are the VED that have 3 shots. They're sick of it. They're not going to take 6, 7, 8, 9 shots when they know that they're still going to be on lockdowns and locked down. That's stupid when you think of it. Heather, thanks so much for being here. Thank you. Hey, Darren, morning to you, my friend. Thanks, Julie. As always, 30 minutes from the border. Can I take something on the Michigan side to the truckers? I'm really happy that you shot that out here, and I hope somebody knows will be able to answer you. 30 minutes from the border. Can I take something on the Michigan side to the truckers? If you say Michigan side, if that side is your side, then you can go. But gosh, I'd be careful crossing borders. I have no idea, man. I mean, the authorities are familiar that there's the convoys there. They're not arresting anyone. I heard that people were getting tickets, and I didn't have any proof or confirmation that that was real, but it's the bullshit news like CTV and all that that are really going to town lying about what's going on in Ottawa. It's disgusting. It's even worse in Quebec. You want to see Quebec, how Quebec police are going to act? Don't mean sorry, police Quebec officers, but that's the way we roll here, right? It'll be plenty of pepper spray, batons, and whatever the hell else that we're going to be having thrown on us. That's my prediction for in Quebec. So here's the thing: if something gets violent, it won't be because of the protesters. Say to yourself that protesters have been incredible here in Canada, picking up garbage, continually mentioning to themselves, stay calm, stay calm, stay calm. You can be loud without being aggressive, right? I don't know about that, my friend Scott. So good luck with that, man. AJN, thanks for being here. James 007, East Coast, Nova Scotia, in the house. Some more trekkers from Nova Scotia. They're all over the place. We're all standing up. I appreciate that, Julie, very much. Footage for last 3 days and the moon tonight just ain't transferred to my phone yet, let alone an upload, but we'll get round to it soon. 10-4, Peter. You guys can check out Peter's sun videos also. And not just that, man, his music videos. Even though the trolls are a little offended by that. We know we got to them, man, that's for sure. Imagine we didn't even have to gloat to get them mad. We just made a song and that was it. Lots of weird going ons around YouTube where for some reason some channels are like ghosts. Some channels, like my channel. So we can hear the tumbleweed going by. I've always wanted to see tumbleweed. That's why I want to go to Arizona. Apparently all the towns have tumbleweeds. No, I'm kidding. It's happened now. That's the place, I guess, when it gets dry. Hey, Michel, merci. Peter Benton, Michel Sagny, anyways, it's hard to trust people here. Michel Sagny is one of the good guys. On my French channel. Merci beaucoup, le grand sport, Michel. Hey, Linda. How's it going? It always gets cold and windy after sun activity. You're getting me going. I want to talk about the sun. And it's true. It's very true. It always gets cold and windy after sun activity. Yeah, really windy and cold. And the other day, like now with the CME's coming here. So we're going to be getting hot weather. The weather is in turmoil. And at one point, those warm breezes are going to start really traveling more north like they're doing right now. Hey, guys, we're going to see plus over freezing temperatures. It'll be over the freezing point. I was looking for my words, and that's amazing. That's as of next Monday. It'll start 1 degree, 2 degrees, 2 degrees, 0, 2 degrees, 1 degree, -1, -2 will be the average, hopefully till the end till next summer. I hope so. Do you guys and gals, are you hyped for the findings that are going to come? I'm always catching things in the sky. It's a bit normal now because of the weather and stuff, but I'm still looking outside. Like tonight, I'll be watching the convoy for sure, but I'll be outside filming with the infrared. That's if we don't get a snowstorm, because there's another snowstorm supposedly on the way here. I don't know if it's more snow or it was yesterday's warning that they warned us. We just got about 20 centimeters here with the wind and drifts, 25 centimeters, 3 feet of snow in the front of the road because the plow went and brought a lot of snow. I spent 2 hours of shoveling outside, which is good exercise. I needed the exercise, I admit it. But we have to, because if I leave that outside and it freezes tonight, I've done it before. You can't shovel. It's like shoveling a mountain, and it's not going to happen. Hey, thanks for sharing that. Jesse James Rowe, my friend, my neighbor from down under. I didn't see it. I really did not see the sun at all today. It snowed all day, snowed all night last night. And now, Darla, it's going to be warm, but we're going to start getting rain. So the rain in 1 week, I predict, guys, tomorrow I will take a picture of the snow here so that we can see in a week's time how quickly the snow went down. And the groundhog, I keep mixing that up, I believe did not see a shadow. So it didn't come out. So early spring, they say. That's good. That is very good for an early spring. Thank God for groundhogs. Bruce, how is the fly situation going now? Huh. Darren, there's no more today because now we're in a snowstorm. It was between minus 20, minus 30 degrees here for the month. And the other day, there were flies outside flying around, but right in the snow. Now in a snowstorm, if I would have seen them, I would start getting scared. Honestly, when I see flies outside flying around, like, washing themselves outside in bloody minus 10, 20-degree weather, I won't go anywhere near them. They're not flies. I don't care what anybody says. I'm not going to go near them. All that nano shit technology that they're talking about without going berserk, not going to take the chance. Yes, they were. Sammy M, thanks for coming back, my friends. Well, if the sun does explode, then what a hell of a show it would be. It would be the most beautiful thing, Christopher. We'd probably get a chance even to film it for 3 days. And the fourth day, while we're melting, we'll still be able to see it, I'm sure. Yeah. Say to yourself that. If it does explode, well, then we won't feel a thing. That's how I see it, Like, don't do it on purpose to hide in a closet or in the safe. Like, go outside and, like, take me. That's what we got to do. That's the way you got to see it. Thank you very much, Mr. Peter Benton. Thanks for the support, you guys. India, what are they doing on the moon? They'll be the fourth to soft land on the moon, apparently. So a lot of people are talking about the moon landing. A lot of people ask me, Bruce, do you believe the moon landing or not? Let me tell you something. I always tell you the same thing. Don't say the opposite, and you're going to remember me saying it. The way they landed, if they did, there's lots of ifs when I talk. I know it. If they did land, they didn't tell us the way they did, and they didn't show it. They showed an illustration. We got Neil Young. Oh my goodness. Anyways, yeah, he's in the news too. Neil Armstrong that decided to admit that they didn't go, and so did Buzz Aldrin, right? So now, I believe when Buzz passes away, the ones that declared having gone to the moon, I think at one point we're going to see disclosure about the moon, which would be incredible. No, not full disclosure. Peter Hyde, thanks, bro. Love you, man. Thank you very much, bro. I don't think we're going to see full disclosure about the moon, but it doesn't matter. I want them to talk to us about the buildings. Hey, Peter and everybody, what the hell happened with the Chinese cube? Did you guys hear anything about it? Lots of people are telling me, well, yeah, Bruce, they said it was a rock. No. I want to see that on the news. I don't want to hear a YouTube channel say it. I want to hear that on the news. That's crazy stuff. If that actually happened, I don't know. China, 260 bloody feet away, said that they had to go take baby steps to get to the rock, and they were supposed to show us images, obviously. So they say they got there. Thanks again, Peter. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Darla, Christy. And if she's listening, in case, hello, good evening, everyone. It's ridiculous. The bullcrap that they're telling us about the moon, everything can be based on what's going on the moon. It could be a red flag event they're preparing for also. Apparently, they've been preparing a red flag event since the 1950s. Oh, hold on. When did the CIA open? You start doing a lot of research. A lot of research I've been doing now. And you come on these dates, you go, yeah, CIA in 1947. Then the first Roswell incident in 1947. Also, oh, that's a hell of a coincidence. And the year the CIA opens up. Right. Do you have any idea when they built the Pentagon? You start doing a research sometimes and you fall upon these dates. And September 11th was the first day a shovel went into the ground. Did you know that? For the Pentagon? So when you think of 9/11 in New York, when they attacked the trade centers, you know who they were attacking, right? It was the Pentagon. String goes down. I was sure. That was a bit much. Oof, that was a bit much, but that's how I see it. Victor, Levic. Ça va super bien, mon frère. Doing super well, bro. Hey, les mandats sont quasiment finis, man. La merde est quasiment finie. We're on the verge. Red Foreman, how's it going? How's it going, Bruce? Hope you and your chat are doing well. Thank you very much. Emmy, thanks for being here. Evening. Texas in the house. Appreciate that. Thanks for coming back, Kermit. Hi ho, Kermit the Frog. Micronova, yeah. You're making me tingle. Not in a gay way, though. Sort of in a scientific way. They're studying, so right, Cam? They're studying a star many, many light years away. Excuse me. Studying a star many light years away that is exploding or sending out pulses every, my gosh, I think every 12 minutes or something like that. And they're probably hoping to see if it's going to be an explosion of a sun, because if I'm not mistaken, this is very hush hush, of course. There's most likely, and I heard something about this actually, there would be a planet close by to that object that's going to explode, the sun. Like, imagine if there were people on that planet. You got to wonder, like, imagine everything going on outside in space, guys. It would change everything on whether we see UFOs and lights around Earth or not. We have problems here with the pandemic and asteroids and comets and a whole bunch of new things and large objects being detected in the solar system. And then we see all these UFO lights that are around here. I still don't know if it's not China buzzing around and maybe an invasion or something in space. And they're fighting in space, right? That's what they've been doing, though. Yeah, man, that was here the other night, a couple of nights. Been creepy. I haven't seen any sun at night yet. That was my second chance getting a chance to see a bright light like that in the sky. Question for you, Bruce. What causes the sun dogs? Oh, awesome. What causes the sun dogs or rainbows on either side of the sun? It's all because of weather, and it's all because of ice crystals in the sky. That's what they say, and that's what they're going to tell you when you look it up. And it's most often seen, I think, in the summer, but that don't take me for granted on that one. But that's what they say. They say that's the ice crystals around. It's an optical illusion, right? That's what they say. It's an optical illusion. Is it a hole in the ozone layer? I would think more of that. What, like, visually looking at it, theorizing. That's what I would say. But when I looked it up, and don't forget, there's the sun dogs. There's also the halo around the sun. I have seen a lot of excuses, actually, quite a few. But in general, from what they say, it's even an optical illusion, which apparently it's not in the sky, but our eyes see that because of the crystallization of the ice crystals forming in the sky. Why? Well, it occurs, and I'm no expert, but depending on a certain type of cloud, which is higher up and colder, obviously. And apparently that's the excuse, what they say. Is it true? I don't know. Thanks a lot, James. Marissa, how's it going? Hi, Bruce. Hi, all. Just shared to my TG channel. Thank you, Woke Dealer, Pink Carissa, and Ascension Diaries on TG as well. I appreciate that, Marissa. And thanks for coming back, you guys. I love you so much. Puppy eating and happy. Yes. Awesome. Gate Smasher, USA Political. I'm trying to keep up. 8:36. Not too bad. 20 minutes late. USA Political people are trying to start a war. Yeah, definitely. With no proof of Russia doing anything. Absolutely. Do you guys want to attack Ukraine? I don't. I'm not American, but anyways, I'm sort of half American. I'm American wannabe. I'm a groupie because I love my American friends. But seriously, like what he said, no proof of Russia doing anything. They're making up stuff. Yes. And putting it on the MSNBC. Morons. Do your research, people. Blinken comes out and says, I said so. You're absolutely right about that. And he was at a school today, Blinken. Actually, no, there's a real Blinken. It's his name starts by A on top of it. Did you know that? So I always call him Abe Lincoln instead of Abe Blinken. Anyways, yeah, Biden went to a school today, Gate Smasher, and to talk about gun violence to the kids. And the first thing he said when the teacher presented him to the classroom, I'm not kidding you, don't worry, Tucker Carlson will talk about it. He grabbed the two arms of the guy, always something weird with him, right? Grabbed the two arms of the teacher and said, look at those guns. I'm not kidding you. And then the teacher turns around and says, no guns here, please. And Biden says, is a Dory, bad choice of words. So I thought that was friggin' hilarious. It's true though. It's not Trudeau. I'm talking about Trudeau, that a war against Russia is bullshit that they're making up to get more funds. When a country goes to, Americans know this, when a country goes to war, they get funds, they get access to a lot of funds, and they get little disposed de way, they get little passes with the military, obviously, right? And Russia, what else? No, the Ukraine, guys. Not that long ago, I saw. You never know if it's a president or MP or premier or governor, whoever's running the country or running Ukraine, said it's very dangerous what the Americans are doing by saying that Russia has 100,000 troops at the border when they don't. It's not true, and that's what Ukraine said. And Americans are the government, Blinken is doing all that crap, trying to go to war with the Ukraine. We have Justin Trudeau that is training the troops in the Ukraine to defend against Russian soldiers. It's like, maybe not stick your nose there at all. Why do you think terrorists come into our countries, guys? It's because our governments go into stick their noses in other countries to try to harm them. They tell us that they're there to defend the democracy of other countries and to defend the freedoms of the people that are there, but they don't. They go there for the oil rigs. They go and they bash through countries and towns in those countries, and they do what they want. It's all because of money. The people that are standing up for the elites are getting paid a lot of money. If there was no money in this, people wouldn't be with the elites. It's all a money system. The money system is made for the elites so that we're slaves to the system. We've heard that expression a lot, right? Being a slave to the system. I'm sorry about that, Tony Brooks. Oh, that does ring a bell, though. Around a massive object film behind the sun, confirmed as a brown dwarf vindicated. Yes, I do know about the brown dwarf. Maybe it was you that sent that to me, but there's not 100 million dwarf planets in or stars or suns in the solar system. They don't even know if a black dwarf exists yet, because after the Big Bang, the stars are still burning and they expand over time. It takes many thousands of years. For example, our sun, right? Before it explodes, just saying this there, before it explodes, will be long gone, because it will expand so much in helium, and it'll just expand and become a red giant sun as it dies. When stars die, they get really big, expand, and before they become brown dwarfs or black dwarf stars or suns, it's like, wow, it takes a hell of a long time for that stuff to arrive. But they did talk about that, man. Tony Brooks, could that be straight up what is affecting the sun? Like, imagine if cycle 25 was a cycle that was not going to be that active, because a lot of them predicted that it was supposed to be like the solar cycles during 2011, 2014 and all that, 17, 18, that it wasn't supposed to be that vicious. And now we're seeing a major change. If all the planets are changing, I said this last stream, if Earth climate is changing, it's because the other climates on the other planets and moons and stars would be changing also. No, can we assume? I don't know. Like, I mean, again, Andrew Hillebrews been here for quite some time and not much one to comment. Well, thanks, Andrew, for listening in, my friend. Stay on point and keep on with your great approach to your passion and the people who come to watch, listen, and learn a bit. Thank you very much, Andrew. I love you, brother, for it. Thank you very much for the support, you guys. Caleb, yeah, I don't like when the weather changes drastically day to day. It messes you up. It really does mess you up. If freezing to hot, temperatures up and down, the heat's up and down. You get colds too. That's how we get sick. Stick my toes outside for my weather. Yeah, you said it, the Penny 46. Same here. Same here. Christopher Rollins, the Bible says in the last days, the seasons will be hard to tell apart. Yeah, exactly. So that's where we're at, eh? You know what I said the other day in the community? I didn't go back to see if I got a lot of smiles, laughs, or whatever. I said the trumpets and the horns that they're going to blow when the seals will be broken, could those horns or trumpets be the truck horns? I thought that was a good one. Why not? And I ended the post with Jesus is a trucker. Because right now, Jesus, if he is to come down, and I believe he's here, he's going to come down like a thief in the night, so he says, and nobody's going to see him coming. So, in a way, Jesus Christ is driving a rig. That's how I see it. If you understand my between the lines, anyways. Howdy from Flagstaff, Arizona. Thank you very much. Arizona in the house. You guys rock. Knock, knock, knock. Hey, Stephanie Tviaus. Merci. Thanks for being here. Bruce, have you watched Above Majestic? I just finished it. No, very interesting. Emmy, MTX, thank you very much for letting me know that. I promise you I will double check it. A lot have told me to check it out, Above Majestic. I have not, but I definitely will. Dwayne in the house, Beauchamp, Paradise Valley, Alberta. Hey, thanks a lot, you guys. Alberta, Coot, Alberta is in the news. More convoys in Alberta also. You guys rock down there for joining the... Actually, you guys were having some problems on the outer route, but then again, that could even be a lie, and I heard, and that I'm going to spread it now. But I'm seeing the RCMP causing a lot of truckers some problems, and if I'm not mistaken, it was the Alberta border, which 4 or 5 truckers, they were just that respectful. They were turned around for some reason, and you didn't hear much after that what happened. But again, we're hearing odds and ends of stories. I think they're trying to distract everyone about space and the moon by causing all of what's going on. That's another interesting point. The red flags, we could be right in them. And everything going on here, like the pandemic, and not just that, guys, the earthquakes and stuff. And hang on, like I'm praying that it's not a nuclear plant or something that goes to hell, and then a whole bunch of towns have to move again. This is repetitive. It's a repetitive cycle, and I do believe it's so. And listen, guys, they said it. We're winning. I don't know if you guys are really, 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 really knowing the inside truth. The end is here, guys. Of the pandemic, not of our lives, and it's really going well. Things are really going well, but things are going on the sidelines and in the background. Things are hush hush. They're not making us think about it. Do you guys actually believe that in Ottawa there's only 6 police officers walking around with those truckers? There's a bunch of media that's there. They're dressed up as truckers, as regular people. You see some people with masks on walking around, hiding their faces, going around and listening and checking and stuff. Big Brother is always watching, but you got to be happy. If Big Brother's hiding, it's because he's afraid. Big Brother always has to hide because they run the world, right? So they don't show themselves. Hey, Bruce and chat, been really windy here in Scotland. Thank you, Scotland in the house. Love you guys. Lots of damage and even some deaths. Falling trees past week is crazy. Yeah, that's really sad. Thanks for sharing that, though, Annabella. You said it, right? There's some storms and stuff like that. And I call them freak accidents, unfortunately, sometimes. Those of you in Ottawa, please be very careful walking around high buildings. I've seen somebody almost lose their life by snow falling on their heads. You guys got to be careful. When a piece of ice falls from the bloody roof and breaks off, it could be anywhere from 75 to 400 pounds, and it'll kill you. We see a lot of people here during the ice storm. A lot of people died just because of that falling ice from the trees and branches and stuff. People don't realize it, but it's freaking dangerous. 10-4, 60s for highs in Tucson, Arizona. On my bucket list, Tucson, Arizona. I so want to go visit that place one day. Bruce, in 1975, a science program said the Japanese were going to send robots to build on the moon. That's interesting, Tony. Using the moon dust when compressed made solid bricks. Hey, you mean to tell me that was in 1975? Because they just started recently saying that again, 3D printing. Right, guys? I mean, they even talked about doing it with urine, right? The water, instead of the water, using the urine from the urinals, literally on the moon to, whip up a batch of cement, moon dust. Think of it. I Am Kai does a lot of work with carving rocks and stuff, and he's always making jokes about that. The moon dust, he's making the moon dust, going to keep it to hide the bases, and it's true. That's possibly what they also did on the surface, is use all the moon soil, which, by the way, they do call a soil. But that's very interesting, actually, and I'm going to look into that. See, Tony, you know what it tells me when you say that. Well, it just confirms to me that since the early 80s, maybe even 40s or 1900s, robots and bioweapons existed a while before that, I even believe. And it's all being used in space. How long have they been in space? Now, there's the scary stuff. How long have they been in space? Is it from the 60s, or have we been there since the 1900s? As corrupt as they are, a CIA agent said that since the 1800s, people were familiar with the fact that there were buildings, ancient buildings, if I'm not mistaken, they said, on the moon. Imagine that. That's like beyond interesting. Janice, thanks for being here. 24 degrees here in Bloomberg, Pennsylvania. Winter storm has passed. Same here. And now we're going to get some warm wind. But first of all, the cold wind's going to come first. Little bleeps of convoy news here. I like the live views of the happenings. So, Ice Age or complete meltdown, Bruce? Blips of convoy, yeah. Absolutely. Meltdown, you mean for like the live views of the happenings? So, is there a complete meltdown? Yeah, you know what? That's a hell of a good question, the Penny 46. I would say Ice Age. I believe that that's what we're going through. They may even say that the shift that we're experiencing could be going on and have been going on for like hundreds of years, and that it's from the Ice Age of 43,000 years ago. So, but then again, there's that part of CERN and HARP and geoengineering and Bill Gates blocking out the sun rays and all the other shit they're doing, that you got to wonder, are they trying to cause Earth to auto-destruct itself? Is that why they're emptying out the oil and stuff, and they're just putting the barrels on the moon maybe and shit? Orchestrated events. Yep. Yeah, you're right about it, Darren. And the scary part is, Jim Carrey's film where he, in his little sailboat, he, smacks into a wall with pictures of clouds on it, basically, and a door. That's all real. That's where we are. We don't know what Earth is. Earth can be, the entire universe can be one flat platform. The entire universe can be one sphere. It can be many things or whatnot. No matter how you look at it, the universe can be flat. We talk about objects being flat. We have flat heads also. Lots of flat heads. Kellen, hey, how's it going, my friend? Hey, big guy, how's it going? Well, he asked me the same. Hey, Oilers rock, by the way. Gotta miss him. Well, I say I miss him because I don't watch hockey anymore. Things are going great, man. Freedom convoys being started everywhere. It's getting pretty crazy, even though the weather's nuts here. Going to be experiencing a lot of rain. I'm really happy, Kellen, because in 4 weeks we'll be in March, and that means things should start to get back to normal in the sky, and hopefully here on Earth too. Can't thank you guys enough for being members. Thanks a lot, eh? Hello to you, Kellen. Thanks. ZG. Yes, all is well, my friend. Thanks a lot. Yeah, minus. Well, that's not too bad. Well, I mean, depends where you are, but I mean, right now it's minus 21 here, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Probably even colder than that. But tomorrow it's going to be very cold. Sunday, maybe minus 20-ish. And then it's going to go up over zero. And that's what I love. So that means it's going to melt and melt and melt and freeze and melt and refreeze, which, by the way, keeps the ground snow here longer because it forms an ice, right? Just much like during the Ice Age on Mars, that sheet of ice that's there. You know, ice ages have many different steps. So they go from hot phases to the cold. And before it gets cold, it gets really hot. So we got to think of that too. You know, people think if there's an ice age, well, we're going to freeze tomorrow morning. No, 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 no. We'll probably get a lot of good weather before, you know. Subfree. Why did I say it was hot? You mean? Oh, yeah, really? Eh? Yeah, that's pretty incredible. That's what they say in the desert, right? In the desert, they always say that it's hot. It's hot in the day and below freezing at night. Maybe even get some ice. Sub-freezing temperatures. It's a lot worse over there too. Look at it like you want, because you know it's hot, and then you get to the night, sub-freezing temperatures. Crazy stuff. Hey, Elias, awesome man. You're gonna get there in the best time, bro. Saturday, lots of stuff going on, and lots of food, man. Lots of coffee and everything over there. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. They built finally the first building and stuff. Elias, when you do go down there, I know you're gonna get a lot of footage, and um, if ever you do have any footage to share, I'll be more than happy to share it. Get some good stuff. But in reality, it's all on YouTube. But you know, I'm careful with sharing other people's channels and stuff. But you never know; you might see some good stuff. The fun part is that the people that are going to Ottawa are seeing the truth. The news isn't telling us the truth. Denny Adams. Merci, bro. Thanks, man. Hey, Mama Bear Worries. Hello to you. Wow, minus 20 PV Celsius. Yes, very cold. Thank you very much, the stats. Appreciate that, you guys. J'ai pris 2 semaines en vacances pour retourner à Ottawa. Hey, super cool. Puis honnêtement, avoir pas été occupé, là, j'aurais monté avec vous autres. Ou en tout cas, pas pour m'inviter, là. Mais sérieusement, j'y ai pensé l'autre jour. J'y pense encore. Puis là, ça s'en vient à Québec, là. Quebec 2, guys. Convoy in Quebec 2. Keep me posted, though Elias. Garde-moi au courant, mon frère McTI. Puis laisse-moi savoir si tu vois des bonnes choses. Lots of people in the USA getting the videos out. Yes, they are. We see you, Canada. Much love. Same here, Janice R. Thank you so much, USA. Everything that they're doing, the convoy. I saw way back 6-7 days ago that the Americans were doing a convoy. There was one in Washington, D.C. There was one in Virginia. And if I'm not mistaken, there was one in, I'm not going to say it because I'll probably be wrong, but there's lots of states. I think all the states are doing it, obviously. American truck drivers came down to the southern border and they were like literally screaming across. The unV'd drivers could not cross, so they went to the border and stayed there. Now it's the RCMP there. I'm sure you guys have your problems with the same style. I don't know who's on your highways in the States. We got the RCMP here. I guess you guys would have the federal police or whatever out there on the highways. So they're going to cause some problems for some people not to reach Ottawa. They do not want people to go to Ottawa. What we have to continue to do is to keep going. They're going to give you tickets. Honestly, I'm not going to tell you to tear it up, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to be afraid not to pay it. I'm not paying any tickets when I'm in a protest, guaranteed. I paid all my tickets. I just don't get them. Very careful. Very lucky. Sub-Zero, love to you too. Coup de juste de l'oreille, je suis dans les préparatifs. Yes, Elias, my friend Elias, Valhalla, big supporter of the channel, is going to Ottawa. And he's just took 2 weeks off, Elias Valhalla, to deliberately go up to Ottawa. Elias offered, I hope he did offer me. J'espère que je me trompe pas, man. Elias, c'est quelqu'un qui me dit que tu avais offert si tu avais une vidéo à un moment donné, si jamais j'en voulais. Là. Je veux pas mettre des mots dans ta bouche, mais c'est quelqu'un qui m'avait dit ça. Mais en même temps, je suis en train d'expliquer aux autres. So that's it. So he offered, he's going to film over there. So any good stuff that he sees, maybe the COVID will be over once he goes up. Ça va peut-être être fini à les house. Un coup que tu es rendu là, si jamais il arrête les mandats puis tout, tu vas avoir une méchante célébration. Tu vas pouvoir enregistrer beaucoup de choses. So he's going to record stuff over there. And thank you very much, Julie. And he's going to record stuff going on over there in Ottawa. So if you get some good stuff, he'll let us know. Yes, that's what they're saying, Emmy, but they seized $9 million. Yes. They gave them 1 million, but now, like I said, it's in court and they're going to have to give them the money. There's $1 million that was given to them temporarily. It's just that they had to go with their lawyer and accountants. But now in other words, they had to pay money to deal with them, right? But people that are donating to the fund, it's still open. It's just that they're debating on whether they wanted to close it or not, right? Of course, they're saying that so people won't donate. China's experiment to grow cotton seeds on the moon, yes, has worked. Also, potato seeds. You're right about that, China. Tony, you're absolutely right about that. Guess what else they're going to do, guys? They're going to grow. Oh no, this is what I wanted to talk about, Tony. Did you guys see in the desert, Saudi Arabia, what they're doing? They're growing in the desert. They're growing vegetation all over the place. Fruits, vegetables, giant size fruits, dates, a whole bunch of stuff that they're growing. Ever see, when you're looking at Google Earth, a very mysterious place in the desert where you see giant, big green circles that nobody knew what it was? Most people don't. People thought it was, you look at it and you see all these lines and what the hell is that? It looks like a maze on the surface. Those are big circles of vegetation being grown in the bloody Saudi Arabian desert. So let me tell you something. Do you think actually they can grow vegetation on the moon? Guaranteed, there's a 90% chance that everything we see on the moon is vegetation and animal life being held on the moon. Developing animals, maybe, breeding them, whatever the hell they're doing. That's another one that I thought of the other day. In Saudi Arabia, look it up, guys. It's the most amazing video if you're interested. They talk about those havens in Antarctica where there's greenery and forest regions and flowing blue water, warm water. Well, that's what they're doing. So they could very well be doing that also on the moon. Thanks again, Darla. One Big Pond, thank you so much. Now I'm going to scroll down. I think of Julie every time I say that. I got to scroll down. Celestial Magnetic, how are you? I think the main secret is to everything that we've already destroyed. All this is all we have left, whether it is a simulator or not. This is all we have left. It could very well be. we could be in a simulation. Maybe a long time ago, all life ended and ceased, all natural things ceased, but we were intelligent enough to be able to recreate things. Hey, thank you so much, Shauna Shepard, for bringing your content on the Moon Brews. I love you for it, Shauna. Thank you so, so much. Thanks for appreciating it, you guys. C'est ta fête, ça, Stéphanie Vierge? Ah, le verso, là, c'est. Écoute, je te le dis, le verso, c'est le meilleur signe. Signe sensible. Signe aussi. Et je te le dis, si vous voulez connaître un verso, ça, quand on parle des signes, je le crois. Why am I talking French now? I think the main secret, yeah, thanks a lot, Celestial Magnetic, for that one. Damn right. Flush Turdo. Did you see the mistake they made on the news, Darla? They actually, Global News, I think, called him Justin Turdo, but it was a mistake with the R and the U. So it's stuck. They were talking about it, I think, on Alex Jones this afternoon. Is that a real skeleton head on your desk? That one there? No. Looks real, eh? It has the part that comes off it. It has a mandible. Has the inside meat is still on the inside of the crown. Actually, that one is a real one. Ordered them from India. That one was called. No, I'm kidding. I'm definitely kidding. It's realistic, very realistic one. Guy, the other one's real. That one there is real. I take him out of the cooler just for the live streams. You guys sick of seeing his pajamas? I'm starting to get sick of seeing his pajamas. Spot on, Bruce. The only thing perturbing Earth's landmass is earthquakes. Yes, due to an external mass. A brown dwarf. What do I know, Bruce? No, well, you could be right. Brown dwarf entering the solar system, man, is going to change the magnetism, probably the magnetosphere around Earth, the magnetosphere around the moon, even though they say there's not the same one as Earth, what there really is. There's vegetation on Earth. There's definitely vegetation on the moon. I'm sure. Almost sure. I was flabbergasted by a story regarding a SpaceX rocket part heading to the moon being the first thing since the moon landings. How about the moon impact probe Chandrayaan-1, which discovered water? Absolutely, Sean Webb. Well, you know what? They actually say, sorry, guys. They say that Chandrayaan-2, if I'm not mistaken, orbiter is still going around the moon. So somebody mentioned to me that the orbiter during the moon landing 1969 is also still going around the moon, the Eagle. So there are several things going around the moon in its orbit, right? So that's something that's interesting. But regarding SpaceX rocket part heading to the moon being the first thing since the moon landings, they are supposed to go there and drop off some cargo, in Mare Crisium. And it's supposed to be in 2022 or 2023, I think 2022, to drop off some cargo. I'm not sure, but I thought it was going to be a manned mission. There's going to be people there. I'm not sure. And now they're developing these platforms with robotic manipulators, they call them. Robotic manipulators, which is robots, that are going to be on the platform to connect and retrieve everything that's going to be there. And it's basically weather tools that they're going to be bringing up there, and cameras and stuff. What are they looking for, eh? Eh, que oui, Stéphanie, au 14 février, je te le confirme. Tu dois être qu'est-ce qu'il y a de plus romantique au monde, honnêtement. Parce que les Verseaux, nous sommes très romantiques à ça. Je sais pas pour les femmes, mais d'après moi, oui. Moi, là, je te mens pas, Stéphanie. J'ai rencontré des femmes, autant les hommes, le même signe que moi. Et c'est incroyable la connexion qui s'est faite. je suis sûr que c'est pas coïncident, je te le dis. Better Than Memories just showed only one watching, then went to 130 watching. That's a problem that I had the last stream also. It was literally keeping it at one watching and then bouncing back up. I mean, how do you want people to come to the channel or even get interested in the channel, you know? Jesus, take the wheel, Sugar Bee. Yes, that's a good one. Yes, that's what he's doing. Please give Bruce a thumbs up, subscribe, participate, and enjoy. I appreciate that. DC in the house. There's supposed to be a protest in Washington, D.C. Let us know, Sean, if you guys see anything down there. Alan Royal, how's it going? So all of the other planets have been showing major changes. Yes, absolutely. A sign something is perturbing. Yes, their orbits and atmosphere. Yeah. Venus, we had the flashings on Venus. I was even able to film some of that. We're not going to hide it. There's things occurring in Saturn's rings with Saturn's rings. Eventually, there won't be any rings left, right? Jupiter is forming a ring around it. The storm on Jupiter disappeared at one point and then came back. There's a whole bunch of stuff occurring, changes to all the planets. I can only imagine, Uranus and all the other planets, shitty planets that are have all these changes occurring on them. If we're having problems here with our planet and we're confirming that it's probably the sun, imagine all the planets that are close to the sun. So how much more amplified are the problems or changes with the planets that are closer to the sun? It doesn't mean, I'm just taking a guess that, I don't know, but it seems to me if the sun's going to explode, Venus is going to start having a lot of problems before that. We're going to see a lot of changes. The changes are definitely scary. Me, myself, filming with the infrared and even the telescope filming the moon, I'm noticing a very big change, different flashes of light that are occurring, very unusual patterns as compared to the 5 years that I've been filming the sky. Now we're seeing a lot of different things occurring. Direct energy weapons is something that definitely scares me. Bill Gates did his first test, by the way, a couple of weeks ago or a couple of days ago, I don't know when. They were able to block out the sun's rays. So that means if they're able to block out the sun's rays, they're going to do so. And if they do that, it's going to be a major problem, obviously, for people here on Earth. We probably don't have any idea what changes are going to occur. Yeah, you said Archimedes. That's exactly it. CD and zinc. I got them here, each and every one of them. And vitamin C, yep, very important. And in that order, in other words, together, the vitamin C and the zinc together is a good thing. Go and encourage InfoWars. He sells the vitamin and zinc pills, 40% off this week. Justin Waldo, hide and seek world champion 2022. Where's Justin? Oh, guys, Kellen, we got to make a book, man, of all the places in Ottawa, all the different businesses. And we got all these. We'll have it on one page, like the Waldo book, but we'll have Justin Trudeau hiding somewhere that we got to try to locate him. Honestly, I believe he has an ankle bracelet, but I'm sure they all do. All the puppet masters, most likely. Hey, how's it going? Loha, we take this thing for a damn joke. Continue the same way and you'll see. Yeah. Can't give me the evil die. Little biatch. Ain't gonna help me. Ain't gonna scare me, jackal. If I continue the same way, I'll be famous. I'll continue. Shared Twitter and Facebook. Thank you, Sugar Bee. See, look at that. The jackass. I mean, the jackat or jackal. You guys make me smile. What up, Celestial Magnetic? Trump and trumpets. Yes, that was another one. Sounding as Kim Clem prophesies. Yeah, absolutely prophesies. Yes. The trumpets, the golden trumpets, by the way, like golden Trump hair, all in memes or all between the lines. Me, it's what I believe, Julie. I believe that the Bible, inside the Bible, there's a lot of truth. Maybe everything's truthful, but it's all done in riddles. The Bible's a riddle. You have to try to understand it and find it out. And those little signs like that. How did the Simpsons, how were the Simpsons able to, excuse me, make a video of the convoy and Trudeau hiding from the convoy, running away, running out of Parliament? How do they know that? It's because it was already designated. Everything was, excuse me, everything was designated to happen. Someone said it right up here before. It's all planned ahead. Yes, everything's planned ahead. Between that, trouble and stuff can happen, but I don't think anyone, the Jackhat, is taking anything for a fucking joke here. I think more or less the people that are here are probably the only serious ones on YouTube. Everyone here is very, very, very awake. Very awake. It's the planets up there. It's that second solar system that appeared with the Mandela effect. Yeah, Mandela effect. Another interesting thing. I mean, Oscar Mayer Wieners, I'm not going to get into it, but I was interested in Mandela effect because there are actually some things that do seem to change, which is very interesting. Definitely interesting. Bruce, when the northern pole gets to 40 degrees, at the weakest point for Earth's protection, people will suffer heart attacks. Yes. You know what? Maybe even some of the ones that are occurring already for some people, dude, that are, on the soccer, I'm starting to wonder if it's not only because of the jab, but it could be because of that. I also wonder if the sun is causing sickness. Of course it does. And it comes in, and you said it. So obviously because of the tilt, right? And because of the angle, because of the sun or whatever, in consideration to the angle that the Earth would be tilting. And I guess it's tilting because of the magnetic force of the sun. Obviously, it's obviously why the tides rose in the past, and they said it rained for 40 nights and stuff. It's not hard to understand. When they said that Jesus separated the waters, is because, yeah, the waters literally separated because the sun was bombarding Earth probably, and it was a giant tsunami. It probably separated all the, I'm pretty sure that Jesus Christ separated the ocean because they wanted to let the people go pick up seashells. No, but I had to say that. Was it Family Guy that said that or something? And they put that episode, Jesus Christ separates the sea, and then everyone goes, seashells. Okay, anyways, you gotta laugh. Brian in the Hat. Agenda 230. You're right, my friend. That's exactly it. And Agenda 230 is occurring in 221 because of the climate change, because that sun is becoming very, very dangerous. Cycle 25 could be the biggest solar cycle that Earth has ever witnessed. Did you guys know that? The scientists declare that solar 25, the cycle that we are in, can very well be the largest cycle ever witnessed in human history. Not now, but we're getting there with the AR 2936. That sunspot is ginormous. We saw the other sunspot. Remember at the beginning when I first started filming the sun, it was 173,000 kilometers long and 65,000 kilometers deep into the sun coronal holes. And it's still not as dangerous as the one that we've been filming for the past 4 days, because it's bigger, it's more dangerous. Sometimes you look at one and you go, oof, it doesn't look that big. It doesn't look as dangerous as the other one, but they are dangerous. It's worse today, the sun. I saw it again today online because I'm not seeing it in the sky. Definitely. Hey, thanks so much, everyone, for taking the time to stop by the channel. Sure is a lot of strange things going on with the planet and the people. Could it be because we're entering a space in the universe that's the cause and effect? I could believe that. in theory, guys, we're always tumbling around, right? And I do believe that we're always shifting away. Don't forget, they say that in many years, at one point, we're going to crash into the Milky Way. The Milky Way is going to fusion itself and merge itself with the solar system. That's always what happens, I guess, as the universe progresses, and that's how you understand that you know won't last another hour, but that time that we're here on the planet for maximum 120 years, let's say, you know, some of us less time than that, is not a very long time. So that little time of 100 years that went by, think of it. In 100 years, guys, in general, in 100 years, there's only going to be a few hundred of us left on this planet from the ones that are alive right now today. When you think of it, in 125 years, not many people are going to be alive. So the government can redo continually what it does to people every 25 years. Damn, chemtrails. The cycle repeats itself. There were pandemics in the 1900s, the Black Plague, the Depression, the inflation, the money. Same thing. The cost of living went up. People got depressed. People committed suicide. The stock market went down. Repeating the same things. But what's happening today is that now, did you notice, guys, those of you awake, you know what I mean? 219, 220, 221, and now 222. Everything changed. The stock markets don't crash when they really should. Money, inflation and stuff, everything's doing the opposite of what it's supposed to do. During a pandemic, certain things should have crashed and they're not crashing. Stock market should have definitely crashed. The government is stopping small silver stackers from being able to stack silver. They're stopping people from having 100 grams, 100 ounces, or 1,000 ounces of bloody silver, or 10 ounces of gold at home. You have 2 ounces of gold in your home. Well, you're set for a while. It's about $6,000 Canadian, right? A bit more, almost $7,000, probably even more. They don't want us having any protection, and that's the sad part. But it's all going to change, guys, eh? They all got caught. The Quebec government's being, or if not Canada, I think it's the Quebec government, is being brought to court there. Things aren't going very well for them, that's for sure. Those of you who don't know, Nuremberg 1, go look at the documentary. After World War II, they started, there was a trial against the ones that did all the war crimes, and they came up with these laws that, including the Canadian Charter of Rights, it's in our charter, also in our law books. No experimental medication without the full consent of anyone, whether it be because of your religion or your personal belief or fears. You're allowed to choose over that, right? Christopher Rollins says the Benadryl's kicking in. 10-4, brother. Thanks, Tony Brooks, for everything, eh? Thanks for the info, you guys. Look how many people are being tossed into the Abbeys at CNN. Hey, I'm watching what's happening, Kellen. NBC, Kamala Harris, entire staff walking out. All they could do, is diss Joe Rogan and Russia. That's exactly what they're doing. Russia's horrible, they are saying, for invading Ukraine. And the president of Ukraine, or whoever's in charge of Ukraine, says that's very dangerous to say when it's not true. And they're not having any problems at all, apparently. They say they're on the verge of war. This close, right? What about those bloody jets that were swarming around Taiwan, right? China. When are they going to learn? When are we going to learn? Nancy Pelosi, the dried up raisin, said that, forgive me for that one. I don't like her. She's hurting the American people. She says, if you go to the Olympics, the Americans go to the Olympics in Beijing, be very careful not to say anything against the Chinese government because they are ruthless. If they're friggin' ruthless, why deal with the Chinese government? Why is Trudeau saying, I want to make a model of China's way of ruling? because it's the power they want. Justin Trudeau made a video and said what he loved most. I know a lot of you won't believe me, but I'm going to have to post that in the members when I find that video again. Saw it 3 days ago. Justin Trudeau said, what I love most about being Canadian is that we have control over our bodies, that we are free to do what we want with our bodies. That is very scary when you see Justin Trudeau saying it's vaccination or bust. So that's definitely a big problem. Macron in France, he wants a death penalty for people that are in VID. I mean, hello, we're living in a little freak psychotic world there. You know, people are mind controlled between protons and electrons and dark matter. Another interesting subject. I love it. That's what's being created, dark matter, with the UFOs, the ones that Bob Lazar was talking about. Texas news studio was just streaming live and YouTube cut them off. Channel is gone now and the site is down. Yeah, we got to be careful. That sucks, eh? Suppression. It really does suck. Hey, Kellen, I'm telling you, CNN and all the crap that's going on and trying to diss Rogan. I think it's out. When you guys, do you see what they're saying about ivermectin? Okay. Don Lemon, I can't stand the SOB. Putting everyone down. And don't forget, did you guys see on CNN when they said the white people were the problem? This is all really happening, guys. It's all really happening. You know who the problem is? Whether the person is white, pink, blue, brown, yellow, green. If it's a person in charge, get him or her out. Whether it be white, pink, or blue. But they use that against people. Oh, somebody got hit by a car. Oh, great. Let's go. We'll get this on the news. He was black. Okay, never mind. Let me know if he's white, though. There, we're gonna definitely post that. We're not gonna hide it. That's what they did at one point. The governments are trying to make the black and whites fight together. I remember black people the first time they were talking, Black Lives Matter and stuff. They were saying, "What the hell is this group? They're not stupid. People are awake. The black, the white, no matter what color you are, people are awake, and they saw that the government is pushing people away." Those who join groups like BLM and stuff like that, I call them the BMs. But anyways, when you join those groups and stuff like that, it's because they are racist and they want to fight against other cultures. But since they can't alone because they're responsible, right? And when there's groups that are thrashing other cultures, it's fun to join those groups because you can thrash with them and they feel like you're not responsible when you really are independently responsible. Something I've always wanted to know: the U.S. has very powerful telescopes, right? Yeah, supposedly, right? Yeah. Why don't we see pics of stuff we left up there? At least a shot of. Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. They don't show those things. They say that they show the flag, right? And the lander and a couple of things that are there, and they show it. It's a pencil point, really, a pencil point. It's a white flash on the surface, which could be anything. I mean, they could have crashed something with a bunch of mirrors and say, "Look, we left our orbiter there," and stuff like that. They say that they see the tracks. Listen. There's wind there for sure. There's got to be wind. It's got to be raining, and it's got to be covering up the bloody tracks. Okay. The flag was waving in the wind. The bullshit that they said the flag was not waving, it's bullshit. They said that it was on a ring on top and on the bottom. So it automatically turned when you moved to the left. It was heavy. So it moved left and moves right. You see it swaying left and right in the bloody, and then on the moon, he drops a piece of paper or a picture or something of a family member, one of the astronauts, and here the paper when not the paper, it was the image. When the image fell, it fell right away to the ground, and it felt like it was being pulled to the ground. It was being pulled by gravity on the surface of the moon, probably the same pull and gravity that we have here, right? That's what I believe. I believe there's possibly no difference with the moon and stuff like that. they're not talking about is because the biggest secret. It's because it could be the red flag event that they're trying to do for, I don't know. Maybe they already did. Maybe the red flag was 1969. Who knows? Maybe we're in the red flag. Thanks, Kathy. Kellen says the ridiculous people were always the fall guys, girls. Yep, that's right. The fall guy, remember? Kathy, old Lori. Thanks, Julie. Really dangerous for the sniper on a rooftop, isn't it? The ice, yeah, definitely dangerous. Instead of receiving a bullet, you just might receive a gun behind your head as they fall down. Do be careful, though, Elias. Fais attention à toi, mon ami. Quand même, si tu montes là-bas à Ottawa, sois prudent, là, puis check ton dos là-bas, là. Ça, on sait jamais. Still didn't answer my question. Do you know about the Council of Five dealing with aliens? There's lots of councils. Still didn't answer my question. Should I make you wait a little longer? I'm trying to answer everyone's fucking question, Shauna. Trust me. So what about the five dealing with aliens? The Council of Five. Never heard of them, Shauna. Because they are liars. Why they don't show us anything? Damn right, Kellen. They should be showing us the entire surface. The entire surface. Shauna, give me more context of your Council of Five, please. I mean, talking about the Council of Trent, the Council of Derby, talking about the Majestic 12. I usually only answer the polite ones. Jeremy, watch for FF in Russia showing dead soldiers. Yes. And Turkish planes down. So that's the scary part. That's what they can do. And that would be disgraceful. But Jeremy, I actually believe that. You know, when they showed us, those of you around my age, 46, I'm going to be 47, the Gulf War, the first missile I ever witnessed being launched like real time, Scud missile. And it went up and you see like all the way down. It was impressive. It was scary. But what they were showing us, what they were telling us was not what was occurring. That's the worst part of it. It's all a big, stupid show for funding for some reason. It's a setup, right? So you have some people doing fake funding. You have some people, they have subdivisions, the people in the government, that they finance and deal like our innocent, not innocent, he should be hung actually, Mr. Fauci, Anthony asshole Fauci, that with his gain of function was helping, create the virus in the Wuhan lab. That came out in the news, guys. It really did. And then they shut it up, but it's been proven. I would not say it if it wasn't proven. It's all been proven. The structures, there's got to be someone on the moon. The structures didn't develop themselves there when you think of it. You mean it's ancient structures, maybe? No, there's millions of people on the moon. It's inhabited too. The Truman Show, you said it, the Penny 46. Exactly. So riddle me this, says Kathy. Since the U.S. has many powerful telescopes, why don't we see pics of I just said that. No, did I? See pics of the stuff we left on the moon? Yeah, I read that. At least a shot of old Lori. It should look like a trailer park view there. Yeah, exactly. They don't show anything on the moon. That's the worst of it. Man, if I was intelligent alien, I would build a whole bunch of humanoids to keep me immortal. Yeah. Well, that's actually scary because that could be what they did. You just said a mouthful there, and obviously he did on purpose, because the aliens, if they did create us, if our God is alien, well, we're sort of his men and women soldiers. We're working here on Earth, A lot of people don't know it, but a lot of the production here on Earth is probably brought off to the moon and other planets. We don't realize it, right? A lot of things that are being created here on Earth that are secretive. How come Area 51 is not governmental? How come the president has no access to Area 51 whatsoever? It's way, way higher as a security class for the president. And there are many levels, security levels. Bob Lazar talked about many levels. Presidents talked about so many levels, and sits there and laughs, but he knows really what's out there. So you could be right. Some people think there's no one on the moon. Several days ago in Germany, a digger driver hit a cable. When they dug down, they found 5 atomic devices. Ooch. Built by the Germans. Bang. Someone. Oh, boy. Yeah, that'd be creepy as hell. And the creepier part is that, there's still World War II and World War One bombs and stuff being found and that even go off, and they're huge. First time they I saw them let one off. I don't know where the hell it was. Well, obviously where the bombs fell, and I think it was in Germany, and it blew, my friend, a hole so damn big in the ground. It was just unimaginable, the size of the, World War II. We saw there was primitive tools and their little guns and stuff. No, it was dreadful, guys. Basically, the ideal was to kill. So chemicals, poisons, fires, guns, let's go. It was dreadful when you think of it. People having to fight for the country. I don't think that's very, very cool of them having to do that. Do I think it's cool they do? Of course. Veterans and everything. I mean, hats off to everyone that went to war. But seriously, it'd be nice that you didn't have to, or go to war for your country, like a lot of American militaries are saying now. Maybe defend America. What does it look like when American soldiers are in Afghanistan when there's riots here in the streets? It's stupid. Makes no bloody sense. James Webb, yeah, it could be a cannon, Kellen. There's lots, with the James Webb. They just deployed the polar lens, the polarized lens and everything, extended all that out. So now they're ready for it. Aren't they just in time for the sun? It wasn't for nothing that they were delaying the James Webb telescope. They were waiting for the right time to send it up. And I said to myself, and many also did, Kellen, say, Bruce, when they send up the James Webb telescope, it's because the sun's going to be very active. And it is, really is. Thanks, Julie. Kamala Paris. Hi from USA. Thank you very much, Kamala. Man-made ice age to stop Fukushima. You said it. Yes. And China's gas leak. Yeah, you were talking about that last time, the Fukushima too, several times. Also, some of the dangers of what's going on now. I believe that you too, as you said, you believe it probably is from Fukushima. It would make sense. And many other leaks to stop radiation contamination and complete loss of all life on Earth. Very scary. And life on Earth? Yes, very scary. And you must be familiar with, was it Chernobyl, man, or Fukushima? I think it is Fukushima. They emptied the water, right, out of the core that was there, which apparently, again, Chernobyl or Fukushima, these cores are still hot. I never understood that, man. I never understood that. Never understood that. They said they were still cooling down. What the hell? And why do we have all these nuclear plants around Earth if there's going to be earthquakes? Unfortunately, that's what's going to cause the end of the world. If there's an earthquake and 4 nuclear plants start leaking radiation, well, that means, guys, be prepared to have a pecker grow out of your left ear, and maybe your ear will grow here on the side of your neck. It's going to be a pretty morbid place here. Oh my God, that'd be a hell of a movie, eh? Landing on Earth 20, 30 years after. You know what, guys? You know why I laugh? Because you can't run away from what's coming. I'm not saying that's coming. Good news is coming, guys. Trust me. They're going to save Earth. Deb, welcome. Yo to you. That could very well be, my friend. Celestial Magnetic. Georgia Guidestones could be propaganda too. But, 500 million people supposed to be on Earth. Now we're like approaching 8 billion people. There are too many people here on Earth. And you know who we got to get rid of? The elites. Then we'll be fine. Pretty sure. Hello to you, John. Thanks. Thank you, Darla. Check out Kai's channel, guys, my friend. I'm a flattered, flathead, flat earth, or flat plane, flattering. Hey, it can be. You never know, my friend. Otis Octopus 420. Hey, Bruce, love your channel. I've learned a lot from you, my friend. I love you for it, my friends. And thank you so much. It means a lot, you guys. Really want to thank you all for having taken the time and always taking the time to come to my streams, guys. Really appreciate this. I got to scroll down. I'm going to miss a whole bunch of things, I'm sure. Seen that video you made about the animals and farms. Very interesting. Why not? We do it here. Damn right we do it here. They should be doing it on the. It sounds like Scooby doing it. They should be doing it on the Scooby-Doo on the moon. Probably because Gates is stealing all the farmland. Yes, Archimedes Allah, definitely. We should all start to get a couple of things, but need more. He's buying up land everywhere. He's even buying up land in Canada, I heard, right? It's something crazy. And did you hear about China buying land in Canada and the States? What's that all about? Hey, JVL, thanks for being here, my friend. Thanks again to all the mods and everything for the amazing help you gave here. Sub-Zero Carry, I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you so, so much. The Grays promised to pick me up last night. They pulled a no-show. That would be like this guy here, continually leaving the fridge door open. They are dumb, dude. I'm telling you. I'll be honest with you. The gray alien, the reason why he didn't come back is because he lost his way. I don't think they're that bright. You just see, they say an intelligent race on the moon, and you land, you see someone come out of the crater like this, like. Intelligent race? I don't know. Roger Silvaz, bienvenue, mon frère. Merci pour tout, man. Merci pour les généreuses contributions et tous les grands supports que tu donnes à la chaîne. What type of animals are on the moon, says MT? There's a good question. Could it be possibly animals that... What's the most important animal? That's something I haven't really ever thought about. What's the most important animal? There's lots of them, I guess, eh? Like the monkey? Or is it the elephant? Or is it... what's that animal with the five penis heads? That made me laugh. Was it a kangaroo? No, probably not. I was really freaked out when I heard that. I don't know which animal it was. Had 5 heads on it. It's like, wow. 5 times the pleasure. Bruce, Elias Valhalla sent you an email and his phone number. Please check. Darla, thank you. Elias, if you're still listening, I'll 10-4. I'll note that phone number down, my friend, and I'll answer that email. Tomorrow, guys, I will be answering emails. I emptied all the emails from, I don't know, a long time ago. I had too many emails to be able to get the chance to retrieve your emails. So I'll be working hard on that. Where are the Mayans? Yeah, where are the Mayans? Where are the Mayans? Right here, probably. Maybe the Mayans left. Maybe they're the ones that arrived, right? There's lots of different things and theories when you think of it. If it's the Mayans that arrived here and were aliens and taught us how to build stuff, you never know when you think of it. Is it the Egyptians that landed here and to live amongst humans and to teach us, scratch my back with a pen, to teach us about ancient technologies. I believe that all the technology that we have, the evolution and technology, I believe it was all alien. Because in the past, I believe Gate Smasher also thinks that we were a very magical being. I believe that 100%. I prophesize it, actually. I do believe that. Chris Kringle, thanks again for stopping by. And they keep the advanced tech hidden and act like we're in the Stone Age. You said that. That's true, eh? And like when they come out with stuff, like when they came out with the color TV, can you imagine that? They already had the color TV. So they gave us a television for our grandparents, for my parents. Then they gave the radio for the grandparents. They got the radio. And then we got remotes. First we got color TV, no remotes. And then we got just a color TV. Well, we'll make them thinner for you, so you get more room in your house to get more shit around your TV, and we'll put a remote on it on a cord. Remember that? Then it was the microwaves and all that, and it's like they made trillions and trillions, quadruple trillions of dollars, selling us all this stupid tech that is, I would say, anywhere from 100 to 250 years behind, probably. It's probably technology that they found in a sarcophage in Egypt. Would not be surprised if inside the sarcophages they had friggin' Walkmans, right? Apparently, they said they found a watch on someone, an Egyptian. Apparently, it had dials and times. And when I say apparently, it's like the apparently kid. Apparently, there's no proof. You hear about stories sometimes. We all do. We hear a lot of things. We hear a story, maybe we'll fall in love with and say, oh, that's what happened. But everything is a theory. Science is a theory. Hey, ben là, tu parles, Alias. Si t'es encore là. Ouais, OK, ben, parle-moi-en pour ça. Tu viendras au stream. Puis si t'es là-bas à Ottawa, tout ce que tu as à faire, c'est de venir au stream. Puis dis-moi la chaîne ou le poste que tu es dessus. Puis on va directement commencer à monter ta chaîne. Tout le temps que tu vas être là. Ça serait super, ça. Tu me le laisseras savoir. Je vais checker les mails tout à l'heure, puis je te laisse savoir ça. Viens au stream demain, Elias, puis on peut faire ça. Si tu veux streamer en direct de ma chaîne ou stream de ta chaîne, si tu veux streamer de ta chaîne, toi, moi, je vais le partager. Oui, c'est plutôt ça que tu voulais dire. Je vais le partager sur Avenir Québec Astronomie. Je t'oublie pas, Alias, mais en même temps, je vais checker les emails. You guys want to see what's going on in Ottawa? Well, on the French channel, tomorrow on Saturday, I will possibly be streaming. My buddy Alias is going to Ottawa. Very happy. He's taking 2 weeks off to go there. So there'll be some streaming from Alias 2 here, I suppose, or whatever. I'll fix something up with him. And puis bien sûr, ça va être ton nom qui va être là si jamais on fait ça. Fait que parfait, Alias. Casse-toi pas la tête, man. C'est clic. Tu me rejoins. Salut mon Bruce, Darlow, quelqu'un va te voir. Puis tout de suite, je vais à ta chaîne. Et je vais te communiquer avec le email que tu m'as envoyé avant que je fasse en direct demain pour pas que je sois pris. Mais comme je te dis, je peux commencer là en direct. Tu peux te rendre direct. Moi, j'ai juste à partager ta chaîne. On va aller en direct si tu fais un live stream. Là. Good idea. Latest truckers will stay until mandates end. You said I am Kai. That's absolutely right. Thank you, Julie. That's the French channel, guys. So, yeah, the truckers are not going anywhere, and that's the new motto, guys, is we're not going anywhere. So, Kai and they keep the advanced tech hidden and act like we're in the Stone Age. That was so true, Kellen. Very, very true. Thanks, Starla. So cow didn't jump over the moon, it landed on it. There you go. There you go. Guaranteed someone's eating bacon on the moon. There's, I believe, literally a civilization is possible. Maybe there was an ancient one. Maybe they went through some crap, and even scarier, maybe they moved here. You know, very scary. Really is, Chris Kringle. It's time for the New World Order to fall. And we're there. So now here's the good news. It really is falling, and I confirm it 100%. I know that. A fact. But because it's falling, that's when it's dangerous for red flags and the last thing they're going to do. So it's like a 2-year-old, a second grader gets his sandwich stolen, and then you're going to wind up with a slap in the face because we just stole their sandwich really bad. The elites are effed up. They're screwed up. They're fucked. So excuse the expression. They're not going to be able to do anything for a long time. Big Pharma is going to take the edge. They're going to take the walk the plank. CIA is going to walk the plank. FBI is going to walk the plank. They're still going to exist, but they're going to clean it out. And what I believe is going on right now is just exactly that. The dismantling of the CIA. And that's what's going on right now. And they're not talking to you about it. It's hush hush. Why? It's obvious. The CIA members cannot be talked about or shown or in the news media at all because they were working on secret projects in China and Russia or whatever in space. They're hidden, but they are stopping these people from taking the control. We saw the sex trafficking, the slave trafficking they were doing with children, women, and even adults. Okay. Grown men working and stuff like that, which I can't believe is still going on. If we see that coming up, it's a good sign. It means for the first time they're exposing some of those people, but it's under the table. It's all under the table. So they say the CIA is bad, but then again, you see a CIA agent that's helping on one end. It's very hard to understand these associations, eh? And the CIA, how many divisions or subdivisions do you think the CIA has? You'll never know. We'll never know. Hundreds, thousands. They're all over the world. Russia, Emirates, they're everywhere. They're infiltrated everywhere. They're running the world, but they're too strong. They have too much power. And if they want to start depopulating Earth, it's because they're realizing that there's going to be an uproar, an uprising, a real, revolution. The people are going to take back control, like people have always done in the past. How many times in the past have they burnt down the parliament, do you think? In the States, in Canada. I don't know about the Canada. I know the States it was done. If I'm not mistaken, it's Canadians that went to the States to do it way back. You'd have to look that one up there. I don't want to lie to my American friends, but you all know with the pitchforks and stuff, they did go and burn down the parliament. That's been done several times. Turdo, that's Trudeau. That's right. Which time are you referencing to? Believe we've had a couple of instances where we had to rebuild the world. Gamecock Mike. Yeah, absolutely. I believe that. Absolutely. That's why we see remnants of ancient civilizations. And it's not very deep. You dig beside a tree and you see a body there. You'd think that if it was ancient civilizations, there should be a lot more piles of dirt, eh? It's because they know it's there. Everyone knows where there are mass burials, mass graves. It's deliberate. They hide it. Oh, wow, a mass grave. It must be an ancient civilization. It must have had a cataclysmic event where so many deaths that they buried everyone. No. It's mass burials of people, raping kids and burying kids or whatnot. And it's been going on for a long time, basically. Ladies and gents, I was able to make it till 10 o'clock, almost 10 o'clock. And I really want to. Where's Waldo? We got to make a book. I'm telling you, Kellen. Really got to make a book about that one. And MT, thanks for being here. Good freedom. Go freedom. Yes. So Elias, Valhalla va être en contact, mon ami. Puis au courant de la journée ou quoi que ce soit demain, il va checker mes emails aussi. Faire un effort. Puis tout ce que tu as à faire, c'est que si tu as ta chaîne puis tu veux streamer, dis-moi-les, puis moi, automatiquement, pow, je vais mettre ta chaîne avec le volume, that's all. On va faire ça demain, mon ami. Aussitôt que tu es là. Si tu arrives là, puis tu n'es pas là à l'heure, quand je fais le stream, puis tu arrives là plus tard, lâche-moi un email, c'est pas grave. On peut le faire plus tard. On peut en faire plusieurs streams pendant que tu es à Ottawa. Si tu veux qu'on reste en contact, que tu vois quelque chose de vraiment exceptionnel qui arrive. Puis demain, c'est la journée. So tomorrow is the day. Head to Ottawa, head to Quebec, wherever the hell you are, whatever country you are, head to your capital for a peaceful protest and let them know how you feel. Honk. That's what we got to do. I want to thank each and every one of you. Love you all very much, guys and gals, for supporting this channel. And I mean it, guys. It means a lot. The comments and all the support you guys give to this channel. The channel is always being attacked. It breaks my heart to see how they're rolling back the views, which makes no sense. But you guys are keeping me here by a hair, and it's amazing. It's the most annoying hair to the troll. I'm like a hair on the side of the nose, always tickling the nose. That's what I'm doing to them all the time. And it's all because of you, your help, making this an amazing channel. Make more streams. Yeah, I will be making more streams for sure. But times and the COVID and the weather and everything that happened changed a few things, but it will continue. The channel will continue to grow. I ask you all to subscribe to my channel if you're interested in the research that I'm doing. I do this full time. It will encourage me and makes the creator looks like he's a bit more important than just having a few handful of subs. So I greatly appreciate that. If you want anything to do with the moon, use remote viewing. I do, Tony, and I do remote viewing. I've not because I've studied it, because I've had the experience of having a little extra something that I'm able to do that a lot of people can't do. I get a lot of premonitions. I always thought it was my dad's death that brought it on to me. Tragic accident, and then my grandfather died too a couple weeks later. So me and my young head, everything that was going on around me was because, well, my dad and grandpa had died, and I guess everything that was around me was a ghost of them. So I wasn't afraid of spirits. But when they passed on, they left something with me, and they came back and they spoke to me about several things and about energy and everything. Yes, it happened, and it came back, and I was very young, and I remember it. And ever since then, there's been a portal open on the other side that I always had that communication I feel with my father. And yeah, it's weird. I know it sounds funny, but you say the remote viewing. I've been able to do it. I've not been able to do a lot of remote viewing in areas where, for example, at the last minute, I've tried doing it. But what my life is involved with, like the research and stuff like that, the remote viewing comes to me. It's freely. It's done in a free way where I'm able to sort of connect with the moon. And sometimes I have to hold myself back from getting too much of the pulling that way or connection. It's distorting my mind sometimes until it gets that deep sometimes when I have the spiritual encounters, and they're scary sometimes. But the scary things that are happening around me made me think that they're not bad because they could kill us or whatever the hell it is when we're having a spiritual encounter, whether it be a devil, a demon, an entity. And who says we're not the devils, guys? Who says we're not in hell? Hell, you know, pain and everything. We have all that here, the pain, and free to do what you want. Yeah, well, you're free to do what you want, but we're all going through aging process, and it's like everything's a long ending, like the universe. We're like universes. We live, we expand, we change, we expand, then we blow up. Everybody, thanks so much for stopping by. Mods, Stats, Darla, and everybody, thanks for the generous contributions also. And Gate Smasher and the whole gang. Peter, Benton, Kellen, Gamecock Mike, and everyone. Thanks, guys, for the generous help. And Elias, on se voit bientôt. Je vais aller voir les emails ce soir ou demain matin. Et on fait le stream. C'est conclu. T'as qu'à passer demain, puis on va faire ça tout de suite. So, if you guys want to see what's going on in Ottawa tomorrow, we will have real live footage. Maybe, maybe not. Come to the French channel to see it, and we'll live stream it directly from Ottawa. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I didn't expect the mandates to go that far and to be prolonged that long. It's my belief and it's my desire to have those mandates end. And I believe that since Trudeau is not following the Charter of Rights himself, we have a very big chance. We've taken prime ministers out in the past. I was talking about this with some family members. Maybe they're going to do it again, right? Remember what I told you last month? Watch all the people that will be resigning. How many people have you seen resign in 4 weeks? Watch this week. CNN, Zucker's gone. A whole bunch of them are going to resign. Lots of them are going to resign. We're going to see mayors resign. We're going to see governors resign. We're going to see Democrats resign. Hopefully, because truth is coming out. Love you guys. Talk to you all very soon. Miles, moon base. Bruce, how about that supposed rocket? Supposed to hit the moon today. Coincidentally, awful weather leading up to it. Miles, moon base, bases, thanks. It's always like that. And I didn't know. Guys, really, eh? Rocket's supposed to hit the moon today. Oh, I thought it was Elon Musk, wasn't I thought it was March or something. Am I hallucinating or is this another one? You said it. Coincidentally, awful weather leading up to it. Bereshit, India landing, storm. Every single landing, every single launch, or something occurring on the moon so far, I've had horrible weather. Don't you remember for India's even the takeoff, the launch? But they were set back with the weather. At one point, they didn't even know if they were going to be able to take off. So that's the situation we're in. Anyways, thanks a lot, you guys. Sparrow carried tardigrades. Yep, Sean, I talked about it way back. Living organisms, tardigrades on the moon. They crashed and they're alive. Is there life up there? Yes. We've just added to it. And that's what they said also. They said, my gosh, we just went and crashed living organisms on the moon. What's going to happen? It's all deliberate, I believe. Along with those metal discs, Sean, they have everything that was on Wikipedia, a whole bunch of poets and famous artists and people that died and all the presidents and all the prime ministers and everything. DNA of certain human beings, certain different types of DNA. It was all crashed on the moon with Bereshit. It was maybe deliberate. So be watching in August 2022. Chandrayaan 3 will be trying a third attempt of a soft landing on the moon. So I'll keep you guys informed about that. Next video coming right up tomorrow, guys. I'll be working on it tonight, maybe late tonight. Thanks again. Bye-bye, guys. Adios.